Hello, in this video I have what I hope are two funny stories. The first one involves me, well actually they both involve me, but the first one involves the fact that I am a klutz. Now you may not know this, obviously, because I don't do a lot of action shots here in my videos that I put up, and there's a couple reasons why. One, I don't have a mobile camera, I've just got the one here at my computer. The other reason is that, it'd probably be highly risky for me to engage in any action on camera. But anyway, needless to say, I am a klutz. I have been all my life. As a matter of fact, I take after a certain fictional character found in, used to be in Mad magazine. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Mad's Adventures of Captain Klutz, which is a comedy superhero who is really clumsy and thwarts crime by having his mishaps work out for the best and capturing the villain. And it's quite funny, and I recommend you read it if you haven't. But anyway, I have always been klutzy, and in college they used to call me Major Klutz, which was of course a parody of both the Captain Klutz and the fact that I was quote unquote a Major Klutz. Anyway, but fortunately, like the Captain, I have been blessed with, I assume by God, with near superhuman abilities to be incredibly klutzy but resist serious injury even when the most crazy events befall me, like falling down a metal staircase or slipping on ice and flying up in the air and falling down in front of my dorm room. And my catchphrase was, "It's okay, I'm all right." And I am thankful to God for that, and it's been a blessing to me that most of the time, not absolutely every time, but most of the time, praise the Lord, when something clumsy happens to me, I haven't been hurt. And this was a particular one that happened a few weeks ago, which was particularly funny. I was at home, with the kids, and I was doing stuff and trying to do different things at once, and my middle daughter was trying to get my attention, and I was trying to fix me a soda because, hey, I love soda. So anyway, I get the mug out, and I got my can of soda there by the counter, and I get the ice tray out of the freezer, and it's one of those plastic ice trays where you have it and you twist it and to break it up, and you take the ice cubes out and put them in your drink and pour your soda. So I'm thinking, nothing unusual going on here, set the cup down, and I grab the ice tray and I twist it to pop the ice. And for some reason, when I twisted it and popped the ice, however the ice was, an ice cube shot out of the tray. And I mean, I can still see this even now in slow motion. I twisted, this ice cube shot out of the tray and flew up and hit me straight in the eye. And I mean, and even though it seemed like it was in slow motion, it really hit me pretty hard. So this ice cube comes up, it hits me in the eye, and I'm like, blinded, like, oh my gosh, what happened? I dropped the ice tray, which lands in the floor, and ice cubes go everywhere, and I'm like, oh man, really? Because, my eye, I've got like ice in it, and can I see? Did I cut my eyeball? I can't see because there's water and ice and all in it. And then, of course, what I don't realize is there are ice cubes all over the floor. And so as I move to try to, get to somewhere to look at my eye, and I get, all of a sudden, whoop, slip, and feet go up in the air, and, boom, down on the floor goes me. And then, of course, to make matters worse, my 2-year-old falls on top of me. And, of course, praise the Lord, I wasn't injured. But if you could have seen that, I'm sure that was worth, $1 million. I wish I had that for funniest home videos. If I had a video of that, I definitely could have won that one. Unfortunately, I got in there and got to the sink and, looked in it. There wasn't any, shards of ice sticking out of my eye or bleeding or anything. It just kind of hurt because I got hit in the eye with an ice cube. So anyway, that's funny story number one. Funny story number one. Funny story number 2 may not quite be as funny as that. Really, it's hard to sort of top funny story number 1. But the second one also happens to involve my middle child, my daughter. She's 2.5, and is at that stage where she's just beginning to learn to do stuff on her own, but still wants mom and daddy to help her out and everything. And of course, one of the things that I would play with my kids when they're growing up, and is do the little Piggies song, where you take the kid's toe and you start at the big toe and you go down. This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy, and you grab their pinky and go, this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. And the kid and he laughs and smiles and everything. Well, usually by like 2 or so, most of the kids sort of grow out of that. But my youngest child, one of them was trying to barge in at this moment. Anyway, my middle child, she still wants me to do that. Anytime, we go to put socks and shoes on, I still got to do it. She wants me to do it for both feet all the time. And so after a while, that gets kind of old, both not only for me, but kind of for her too. And so I decided one day, we've just got to jazz it up. So I just started making up crazy random stuff for the Piggies, that was sort of kind of related, but was still kind of crazy, and I'd like do names and stuff like, this little piggy went to Joe's market, and this little piggy stayed home because he ordered all his stuff online and didn't need to leave his house anymore because he had a good internet account. This little piggy had delicious, scrumptious roast beef from Arby's or wherever. And then this little piggy had none because they were vegetarian and they didn't eat meat at all. And this little piggy, went wee 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 because he drank way too much water, or it was his turn to, go to the bathroom or whatever. And it was just, you just got to make up crazy stuff as you go along. And okay, you're right, that wasn't as funny as the first story, but it's a good thing to try to be creative. Anyway, well, I've taken enough of your humorous time today, so have a fun weekend. See ya.